Hey everybody, G-Bear out here homesteading the desert, and it is Labor Day 2017. What you're looking at is my newly designed shower. I moved it over from way down there where it was next to the motorhome, and I set it up here with two of the 20-gallon barrels up on top, and I've got a manifold running across the two, and then the red line you see coming down there actually runs along and goes into the cabin over there by the propane shed. And I forgot to tell you yesterday, I built that propane shed. The whole outside of it are fence boards from my friend Vince. We replaced the fence at his place, and these boards had a little bit of termite damage in the bottoms of them, but I just cut most of that off and reutilize them here for the shed. And I've already got some dark brown paint on them, but I'll be changing that color. Everything is going to go light tan, sort of like the shed, but everything's going to be painted all at once, including the container, and that'll cool it down a lot in the summertime. But anyway, here we are. We got this setup going here, and the ladder going up there is because I have a hose coming off the back of the van here. I was pumping water up to the barrels, filling them up. I didn't fill them and carry them up there, of course. But you see these clear tubes I put on these things on the outside. That tells me how much water is in them. And you can see this one is just about a foot deep, or almost halfway full. And the reason I stopped is because I got a little leak right here. It's just a tiny little drip every now and then, but that'll drain off water over a period of time. So I'm going to use this water. I've got a shut off on it, but I got this one turned on and that one shut off, so they won't share. And later on, I'm going to set up a hose that goes up to the top, so I don't have to use a ladder anymore. I'll just hook my transfer hose onto it down here at a low distance, and just pump the water up there into the barrels. But I've got to have to pull that and replace that. I'm not going to use that RTV silicone anymore. I was kind of stupid to try that in the first place on plastic. I've had a couple of leaks that I've had to repair already. That one over there leaked at one time, but I got it fixed. But the bottoms of these barrels are pretty hefty, so I'm going to pull that system probably tomorrow, and I'm going to put a bushing reducer, bushing in there. And I think it's a 1-inch hole I drilled. So I've got the pipe taps here. I'll tap it, I'll put a reducer bushing in there, and I'll re-thread that thing back into it. And that'll eliminate that problem. I won't have to worry about that again. And then down the line, if that one leaks, I'll do the same thing to that one. But in the meantime, I got my shower head hooked up here. And this is a pull chain shower head. Now I've got to get the right shower head itself. I bought this one, and this is one of the old ones where you can still take the water widget out. And I get a pretty good stream there, but when the wind's blowing, it blows the water past me. And I can take it right off of there, and I get a really good stream of water, about a 3-inch run of water straight down on me. But that's kind of a fast waste of water. So I'll put up with it as now. And then these areas right here, I'm going to be putting flaps, closable flaps on here. So I can close them down on the windy days, or I can open them up on the nice calm days and let the air flow through. It's kind of nice taking a shower in here and being able to look around the desert while you're doing so, especially if you don't have soap in your eyes. I got this little mirror here with a toothbrush hanger and all of that, but I like these for the hanging toothbrush. I've had them fall out of those, but they don't fall out of there. Then I got a little towel rack down here, my brush is there. Got an extra holder over here for my razor when I have my razor out here. But I'm going to have to do some leveling on this part of the sink. Where we had set it before, we didn't level the shower before we put it in place. It was fine as it was, but now that this is going to be here for probably permanent, I'm going to redo the sink here, clean it out. It hasn't been used in a while, and that's water stains from the rain and the dust getting in there. I'll scrub that all down and make it look like brand new. And I have a hose connection under here, so all I have to do is bring a T, add it up there to the manifold, and then I can pump some water down here, and I'll have running water at this sink. I have running water in the cabin right now. I'm not going to go there and show that to you, but I will tell you that it is there, and that's what the whole idea of running this water line over there. But it's running off these 2 barrels on top of the shower, and that's not a lot of water. I did build that with a fairly flat roof, so I could put a 55-gallon drum up there if I have to, and get through this winter using that one and just keeping it full whenever I come out here, or just fill it up again. Or I might just buy one of those 200-gallon square units and just put that on top of there, and I'll just pipe off of that, and then I can keep 200 gallons in that on a regular basis and just keep filling it up like I have been. And I have a bunch of stored water inside the container, probably 400 or 500 gallons total on property right now. So getting water for the winter won't be a problem. Anyway, tomorrow I'm going to backfill this trench, and that'll be done with that. I want to pull that stump. I never finished it when the ATV cut out on me. I never got the finish of pulling the last stump. And then I have another bush on the other side of the cabin I want to pull. And that's going to be a parking space over there. And when I have visitors up here, they can pull in. It's not this one right in front of us, but the one right behind it. Anyway, I also put a little gift that I got from VJ up here on the wall. And you know this is Bear's cabin when you see the icon from Bear. Later on, I'm going to take that off, and down at the end of my driveway, I'm going to set a post in there, and I'll have this anchored inside the post so you can lift up on it, rotate it, and put it back down again. So when you see the bear facing inward, that means Bear is home. When you see the bear facing outward, that means Bear is away. Anyway, that'll keep you from guessing if you ever come up to visit. It's a beautiful day today. It's only been in the 90s, the low 90s. Nice breeze blowing. Kind of looks bare over there without the shower in place, but I'm using the old pole as a clothesline, and that'll go away later on. And I still got to pull the drain out of the ground over there. I'm not going to drain into the ground anymore. Everything is going to get drained into buckets and used for watering plants. All water gets recycled, at least 2 uses. When I bring my distiller, my solar distiller up, I might even get more usage out of that. I can distill slightly dirty water from the sink and stuff, washing hands and whatever, and clean that up, and I can put that back in the shower, because that water is crystal clear. It just doesn't have any of the nutrients in it that makes it good for consuming, but it's still good for washing. Anyway, I'm gonna go have myself a cold one, go get myself a dinner start, and maybe take a nice shower out here at the new shower. And I got my little work table here. I think I'll leave that right where it is. I'll just anchor the board down so that it doesn't blow away while I'm not here. And the propane bottle is set up there. It looks like within the next trip or so, I'll be moving from the motorhome over here to the shed on a permanent basis, and the motorhome will become a guest room. So, G Bear signing off. I hope you all had a wonderful Labor Day and didn't labor too hard today. Saw a few campers run by the road today. Some people are out camping. Hope you guys got to do something like that too. G Bear signing off.